Hi, good evening, everyone. Happy New Week, and this is to remind us of our Air Growth Challenge, our 3 months Air Growth Challenge. So that commenced on Saturday. We started our Air Growth Challenge on Saturday. So, welcome, Minimax. Good evening. Thank you for joining. So, we'll be moisturizing and doing a scalp massage this evening. So, I'll be demonstrating for us. So, we'll start by I hope we all have our protective styles on. Let's start with that. So you start by loosening your protective styles so that you can reach your scalp and your hair. And we're supposed to use a herbal tea, that's green tea, but I do not have a green tea here with me. So if you have green tea with you, you can just take a scoop or two, boil water, boil water, and let it cool down, or you can put the green tea leaves or the green tea bag. Most time it comes in tea bag. You can put the green tea bag in the hot water and let it cool down, then you sieve out the water. So if you have your green tea, we can use the green tea, or I'll be using the Olina Esprit. That's what I'll be using since I don't have the green tea with me. So what you do first is you take the green tea or the Olina Esprit, you apply to your scalp first. So you apply to your scalp first, like I'm doing here. You apply to every part of your scalp, not leaving out your edges. This one I'm using the Olina Esprit in place of the green teas because Olina Esprit also contains green tea. So even if you don't have the green tea and you have the Olina Esprit, you can just use the Olina Esprit. So I'm applying the Esprit on my edges and on my scalp. Thank you for joining us. You're welcome. So you apply the spritz on your scalp, not forgetting your edges, every part of your scalp, every part of your scalp, every part of your scalp, and your edges too. Don't forget your edges. Don't forget your edges. I know you would wonder what is the essence of this hair tea. They help to keep the hair moisturized and also stimulate hair growth. Although our hair grows daily, but to keep that length retention, which is one of the goals of this hair growth challenge, we have to use hair rinses as final rinse on wash day, which we've done on Saturday. And this is to keep up the moisturization, moisture retention, which would aid length retention during the week. So you apply your hair spritz to the end of your hair and also to your scalp. And also to your scalp. Don't forget the body of your hair. Don't forget every part of your hair. So when you are done, you make sure you massage that into your hair. You make sure you massage that into your hair. Not forgetting to massage it into your scalp also, your edges. So while we are at it, we'll talk about moisture retention for natural hair. There are three basic types of ways or method or forms to apply moisture to the hair. We have the LCO method, the LOC method, and the LB method. The L stands for leave-in conditioner, your liquid or your leave-in conditioner, because some of us actually have our spritz as our leave-in conditioner. So the L basically stands for liquid. So the C is the cream or butter or whatever you are adding to your hair as the sealant. So the O there is the oil. So LOC is liquid, cream, liquid, oil and cream. LCO is liquid, cream and oil. Now the LB is leave-in conditioner or liquid and then butter. So if you have high porosity hair or you have low porosity hair, now this is where knowing the type of moisture routine that you're supposed to do for your hair is going to come in. If you have low porosity hair, you should do more of LB, that's leave-in conditioner, liquid leave-in conditioner and butter. But if you have high porosity hair, you should do more of leave-in conditioner, oil and then cream. It will make moisture stay in your hair longer than it should, longer than it dries, because your hair has tendency to lose moisture easily compared to low porosity hair. So if you have high porosity hair, you should do more of liquid leave-in conditioner. You add your spritz like I'm doing here. You apply your leave-in conditioner, you apply your oil to hold in that moisture very well. Then you apply cream on top of the oil. That's if you have high porosity hair. But if you have low porosity hair, you can So can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Please let me know if you can hear me now. So like I said, you apply the leave-in conditioner to the ends of your hair. You don't apply the leave-in conditioner to your scalp. So let me do a rephrase of what we have been doing for those that didn't hear me. I started with the hair sprit first, the Olina hair sprit. The hair tea we are using for the week to moisturize our hair is green tea. And if you don't have green tea, I'm using the hair sprit. So how the green tea is prepared is you boil water, then you put your green tea into the water. A spoon or 2 spoon is enough. And if you have the green tea that comes in tea bag, you can just put a tea bag into a cup of water. So when it is cooled down, when it is cool, when the water is cool, then you remove the tea bag, or you sieve out the green tea leaves or herbs out of the water. Then you keep the water in a spray bottle just like this one. So you start by spritzing this green tea or the hair spritz like the one I have here. You apply to your scalp and your edges. You allow your hair to absorb that. You rub in properly. Then you go in with the oil. You go in with the Olina hair oil. You apply on your scalp and your edges like I have done. You massage for 3 to 5 minutes. Then the hair food, you apply a little in between your finger pads, rub together and apply to your edges and your scalp. Then I am at the point where I am applying the leave-in conditioner to the hair. So I've applied to this part of my hair. And like I said, you don't apply leave-in conditioner to your scalp. You apply leave-in conditioner to the ends of your hair. So this is another leave-in conditioner. So you apply to the ends of your hair like I'm doing here. So ensure that the leave-in conditioner is absorbed by the ends of your hair, because that's the oldest part of your hair and it needs to be protected and needs to be moisturized. So apply to the ends of your hair. Ensure that your hair absorbs the leave-in conditioner properly. It absorbs the leave-in conditioner properly. So you moisturize the ends of your hair. You continue to do that until you notice that the leave-in conditioner is not physically on your hair, like the white color of the leave-in conditioner or the cream color of the leave-in conditioner is not just staying on your hair. You notice that it has faded off, like your hair has really absorbed it. Then that is when you know that yes, the leave-in conditioner has gotten into your hair. Then you take your hair food, that is what you use to seal in the moisture that you've put inside with the leave-in conditioner. You apply that on your palm. Then you go in to seal in that moisture. You apply it on top of the leave-in conditioner like I am doing here. You apply it on top of the leave-in conditioner. Please always remember to moisturize the ends of your hair. The ends of your hair are very important. They are the oldest part of your hair. Always remember to moisturize that. So the second part, you apply. And when you are done, you go back to massage your scalp in circular motion. Massage your scalp in circular motion. Massage your scalp in circular motion. Like I was saying, scalp massage is a very essential part. It's a very essential part of moisture retention for the hair. It's a very essential part of moisture retention for the hair. It is very important and it is very effective, especially if you know how to do it right. You do not need too much. Sometimes you might not even have to apply products to your hair before you do scalp massage. Just the pad of your fingers, then apply a little pressure. Massage in circular motions. Massage in circular motion. Do it to every part of your hair. Every part of your hair. Every part of your hair. Someone is asking how many times a week can one moisturize the hair. You can do it at least twice a week. You can do it at least twice a week. And if your hair is high porosity, Thrice a week is not too much. If you can keep up with doing it 3 times in a week, that's thrice a week. If your hair is high porosity, it's fine. If your hair is low porosity, you can do it twice a week. Every 3 days is fine. But if your hair is high porosity, you can make do with twice a week, with thrice a week, 3 times a week for high porosity, twice a week for low porosity. It's fine. And if you've created a routine around it, then you just follow your routine. Just start with twice a week, then with time your hair would get used to it. You can moisturize your hair at least twice in a week. So since we are done with moisturizing the hair, I'll just list out the benefit of scalp massage for us. So like I started, it is a process, or it is a hair technique, because not everybody actually does scalp massage. It's not something that you just wake up and just want to do to the hair. It's just something that you want to do intentionally to stimulate growth on your head, to stimulate growth on your hair. So scalp massage is actually a hair technique. It is not what everybody knows about. Even when you say it to some people, they'll be like, scalp massage, just scalp massage, just my business scalp massage. If hair will grow, it will grow. If it's not, if it will not grow, it will not grow. That's not just the belief. Sometimes hair growth has to even do with your belief, what you believe about it. So now, like I was saying, scalp massage is a hair technique. It is something that if you do not really understand about it, you might not be able to do it properly. So scalp massage is a hair technique in which you use the pads of your fingers. You don't use your nails. You use the pad of your fingers. Welcome for joining. Welcome. Thank you for joining. So use the pads of your fingers. You put on your scalp and you massage in circular motion. Massage in circular motion. If you can do scalp massage every day of the week, then it's fine. It is very, very good. Just take it like you are going to the gym every day. If you can do scalp massage every day of the week, perfect. You would see results. Yeah, if you are not the patient type, you might think it's not working, but with time, you will see results. It's not something that is hard. It is very, very simple. Just do it 3 to 5 minutes every day. And it's better done in the night. It's better done in the night. You can do it in the night before you sleep. And not lest I forget, when you moisturize your hair, if you can try as much as possible, moisturize like an hour before you go to bed. When you moisturize your hair, do not apply scalp bonnet, hair bonnet, or sleep immediately. It's just like you wasting your products. When you moisturize your hair, give it some minutes, give it some time for your scalp to actually absorb those products, to work with the heat that you've applied via scalp massage. So when you do that, you allow your hair, your scalp to absorb that product. Then after some minutes, for almost an hour, then you can then go to sleep. Just imagine that you applied cream, you applied oil to your edges, then you tied your scarf immediately and went to sleep. That means your scarf has just taken whatever you applied already. Your hair did not absorb it, your scarf did not absorb it. You just applied scarf immediately and you went to sleep. So as for me, since I'm doing my scalp massage by now and I'm moisturizing my hair by now, and before I sleep, it's almost 10-11 p.m. So my scalp has taken its time to absorb whatever I apply to my hair. Anything that remains on the hair is just death, that is just waiting to be washed out on wash day. The nutrients, the everything, the oil, the heat from your scalp massage has already allowed the scalp and the hair to absorb it. So scalp massage would really, really help you, especially if you have hair issues such as hair loss, especially at the edges. And apart from scalp massage, there are other things that you can do to help yourself if you have hair loss, if you have hair breakages, especially when you comb your hair and you just notice that an amount of hair is just lost. There are some things that you can do to help yourself. Avoid hair nets or hair covers that has elastic that you have to put on your edges. Just avoid them totally. Take it out of your routine, take it out of your hair care, take it out of whatever you do that it is applied to your hair directly. Avoid hair nets that has elastic, even bonnets that has elastic at the edge that you have to pull at the edge. And if you know that you can't do without them totally, you can just put them just right on your forehead, not on your hairline. And apart from that, if you use it, please just take it out of your routine. Its damage is real and it damages the hair over time. It might not be evident immediately, but over time, its damage is very, very evident on the hair. And there are some accessories that you use that will damage your hair over time. And one of it is rat tail comb, the comb that comes with this long thin end. It is very, very bad, especially if you have natural hair. Even for relaxed hair, it is not very, very advisable. But if you have them, just take it out of your routine totally. You can do white tooth comb, you can do detangling brushes, tangle teasers. Those are very good for the hair. So we are done with moisturizing our hair, and I would like to entertain your questions if you have any. So that will be all before we go tonight. If you have any question, I would love to entertain any. And how has the challenge been since wash day? How has it been on your side? How have you been coping with it? After you moisturize your hair, please don't forget to sleep with your bonnet. If you do not have a bonnet, try to get one before the next time we are going to moisturize our hair. Please get a satin bonnet, not a cotton bonnet, because cotton attaches to the hair and tangles and make the hair form knots. So if you have a satin bonnet, then that's fine. Like I said, avoid satins that have elastic that you have to place on your hairline. And if you know you can't change them at this point, or while we are still in the challenge, you can just wear and put on your forehead. You don't have to put it on your hairline. So that will be all for the moisture routine this night. And don't forget that after you moisturize your hair, please always remember to tuck in the ends of your hair. Like for example, my hair is in twists and my hair is quite long. So what you do is you braid the end of the hair, even if your hair is in cornrows. So you braid the end of the hair just like I'm doing here. You braid the end of the hair. You braid it. Don't try to leave out the ends of your hair, especially when it is in protective styles, because over time when you leave the ends of your hair out and it touches your clothes, especially if your hair is longer than the length of your neck, and it touches your clothes, with time it tangles with the cloth and forms knots, and that place begins to cause breakage when you comb out the hair. So you braid the ends of your hair like I am doing here. So this is one way to protect the ends of your hair after you've applied hair food and leave-in conditioner. So if you have your hair food with you, you can apply a little again to the ends of the hair like I'm doing here. That's one way I protect the ends of my hair. You apply again to the ends of the hair like I'm doing here. You weave or braid the ends of the hair. You weave or braid the end of the hair. Then you tuck it in. You tuck it in so no end of the hair is showing. Then you tuck it in like I am doing here. So you have your hair like this. So you have your hair like this, like it is here, like I've done here. So that is how to protect the ends of your hair when you have protective style on. Either cornrows, either twists, either braids. Just make sure that you tuck the ends of your hair off like I have done here. You braid the ends of the hair or you twist it, then you tuck it into the hair. So that is one way to protect the ends of your hair. And don't forget to sleep with your satin bonnet whenever you want to sleep. Be it morning, be it afternoon, be it night. Always wear your satin bonnet. It will help you to prevent moisture loss. Because if you've moisturized your hair, just imagine sleeping on your bed and tomorrow morning all the products that you've applied is already stained your bed. So okay, you said those that have short hair, yes, you can just wear your your bonnet. If you have short hair, you can just wear your bonnet. Unless I forget, another thing to avoid is using rubber band. Using rubber band. If you notice, when you use rubber band to tie your hair or to hold your hair, the hair always stick, would I say stick or roll around the rubber band. And with time, when you are trying to pull out the rubber band, you see that your hair follows the rubber band, then you try to remove your hair from the rubber band. So it does not really make too much, it does not make your effort very evident over time. So if you have short hair, you might not need to tuck in the ends of your hair, but if it can still tuck in, if you can still weave it or braid it or twist it and tuck it in, fine. But always make sure that you are wearing a satin bonnet. So this is one hair tie that I would recommend. This is one that I use and works for me. Don't use rubber band if you have natural hair, even relaxed hair. Because I noticed that even when I was relaxed before I transition to natural hair. Even whenever I use rubber band, whenever I'm bringing out the rubber band to do anything to my hair or to loosen my hair or to do anything, I notice that my hair would have swelled around the rubber band. So for this, it happens sometimes even with this band, but it is limited compared to rubber band. Rubber band would swell your hair around, knot it in a way that you can't even loosen out the hair. You have to cut it off or just snag it off your hair. So stop using rubber band. If you have short hair, just wear your bonnet. Just wear your bonnet. Since it cannot rub off on your fabric, on your clothes fabric or anything, just leave it. You can fold it in, especially if you have cornrows, you can fold it in. And if it is twist and your hair is short, just leave it like that. Just moisturize and leave it. Since it is not snagging on your fabric, it is not touching your face or whatever, just leave it. But always make sure either your hair is long or short, always make sure to wear satin bonnet. It is very, very important. Although it's not compulsory, but in another way, in a way to say it, it is compulsory if you really want your hair to grow. So please don't forget, scalp massage is very, very important if you want your hair to be very evident. Yes, if you want your hair to grow healthy, scalp massage is one of those in your hair care. Moisture routine and wearing of satin bonnet. So this will be the end of this moisture routine live video tonight. So thank you all for joining. Then we will see on Thursday. So please don't forget to wear your satin bonnet when you want to sleep. Do same tomorrow. And tomorrow you can also continue the scalp massage. You can always do it once a day. Doing it in the night is even preferable because as you are doing it, you are just going to sleep. So thank you for joining. We'll meet on Thursday where we are still going to repeat the scalp massage again. So bye. Thank you. Good night.